Good morning, good morning, good morning, community. How are you? I haven't talked to you since, what was it I hopped on last week for Christmas? Yeah, the new year, huh? I put my little cap on, my little braids are all on top of my head. Good morning, good morning, good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. Happy New Year. Woohoo! How are you? How are you? Jenenne Macklin here, transformational speaker, wealth guide and catalyst. And it is 2021. That's what they say. 2021. How was your holiday? Hey, Kat, how you doing? Girl, we back in school, huh? Day number 2. We didn't have class on Monday, but we had class yesterday. So, how was your holiday celebration? Did you get some rest? Did you eat some of your favorite food? Do you have New Year rituals that you do? What was your New Year's? And more importantly, how you gonna make it your New Year for you? What you want, what your goals are, what are the results that you want to see showing up in your life? So, just briefly, of course, there's a lot going on in the world, right? For those who care about it, we're looking to see what's happening in Georgia. I'm very much aware that some people want one result in Georgia and other people want a different result in Georgia. So we're waiting on that to see what the movement forward will look like. We're also waiting to see when the last final, I guess, conversation that they have about the electoral votes, that gets settled. And that's it. I'm not waiting on anything else. I'm not waiting on inauguration or any of that other kind of stuff. Now it's really about focusing on, it's a new year, your new year. How do you make this year yours? How do you begin to set your focus on what you want and not what the world wants you to be consumed with and consumed by? How do you then map it out? What steps do you take? What actions do you take? And then how do you hold yourself accountable for the results that you want to see showing up in your life? So those are some of the thoughts you want to have when you're looking at making it your year. Granted, overall, there's a year, so to speak. But you know that I was thinking the other night, there's so much that gets superimposed on the world or on life, shall I say. Because back in the day, back then, they didn't have calendars. They didn't have everything say there was a new year. They didn't have changing the numbers and all of that. Because life is a cycle that continues to happen no matter what we label it or call it. So that was something that was placed on top of the world, was to have calendars and New Year's and things to track. The universe just keeps doing what it does. It has its seasons. The seasons tell us what's going on. The seasons tell us technically how to actually plan in our own lives. This is the winter. This is when you're planting your seeds. This is when you're going underground, you're going within, you're getting real clear about what it is you want to see in your life, the parts you play in that showing up in your life, what actions you're going to take, what thoughts you're going to think for those things to show up in your life. That's what winter is. My gardener fertilized my yard and it wasn't enough for me, so I'm going to fertilize it again. I'm planting the seeds now for what I want to see showing up later. So what are the seeds that you're going to be planting moving forward in your life to create the year that you want? And we're certainly not looking at the 12 months. We're looking at 3-month period at a time. That's it. 3 months, January, February, and March. When you get to March, what do you want that to look like for you in your life? What do you want it to look like in the 4 areas of your life? Your health, and your heart, your faith, and your finances. You get to decide that. No one's going to decide that for you. If you don't write that down, if you don't look at what the goal is, if you don't look at 3 action steps up under it, and then hold yourself accountable to taking the actions, no one's going to come knock on your door and say, excuse me, you didn't do your goals. Excuse me, you're not moving forward toward the abundant, prosperous life that you want to live, the fulfilling life that you want to live. What side do I want to be on? Walking backwards. No one's going to hold you accountable to it but you. And your heart. Because most of the goals that we set them because our heart is saying, let's do this, or let's create this, or let's bring this forward. Let's create this in our home. Let's create this in our relationships. Let's create this in our relationship with money. That's coming from within you. That's where you get that pull and that push to say, I want to do something different. So then you make it your year. It's not the Republicans' year. It's not the Democrats' year. It's not the blue year. It's not the red's year. It's your year. And what we're learning, if nothing else, from the pandemic is time is of the essence. What we all want more when the time comes is time. Oh, I just wish I had a little bit more time with my grandmother. I wish I had a little bit more time with my cousin or my aunt. We always wanting more time, but when we have the time, how do we use the time that we do have? How do we make conscious choices with the time that we do have for the results that we want in our life? How do we do that and stay focused on it? Because I'm preparing a 3-month Align program, Make Peace with Money to Make Room for Wealth. And the more I dive deeper and deeper into the conversation of how America really, really, really keeps us captive to this churning engine of spin, 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 buy, 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 go, 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 and do, do, do. That's America's agenda. So if there's nothing else starting off this, quote, new year, is for you to get clear on what's America's agenda and what's your agenda. America's very clear about her agenda. Her agenda is capitalism. Her agenda, some of the things that I've realized and studied just recently about how credit got started and things that were happening back in the day and how they've created some things to actually make money off of each and every one of us. That's America's agenda. I'm pushing and hoping and rooting for you to create your own agenda so you don't get caught up in America's agenda, so that you can live the quality life that you choose to live, so you can have the results that you want to see showing up in your life, so that you can feel the happiness, you can feel the fulfillment, you can feel the joy, you can feel the completion within you, not outside of you, so that you can feel a life that's free of anxiety and worry and frustration. So you have to realize America has one agenda. That's spin, 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 buy, buy, buy. Wherever it leaves you, too bad for you. And then you have your agenda. Have you written down what the agenda is for yourself, for the quality of the life you want to live? And then have you written down the action steps you're going to take? Because we're great for, everybody wants to do vision boards. That's a concept that has gotten so misconstrued. Everybody wants to do vision board, and everybody wants to do this and do that. But then what? Then what do you do to support the vision board? Then how do you act and behave to support the vision board? Then how do you think to support the vision board? Then how do you feel to support the vision board? You honestly cannot believe putting pictures on a piece of paper is going to be enough. So you want to be clear at this very beginning of this particular kind of year. We were chilling around this time last year, and then we got hit with COVID in a week or two. But you want to be clear. Is that too much noise? That's Pasadena Unified School District taking food to a school that shouldn't have any kids in it in the first place. But, oh well. You want to be clear on what's your agenda for the new year versus what's America's agenda for the new year. Yes, people will have to get vaccinated and get vaccinated. Yes, people will be sick. Yes, people will continue to make their transitions. That's a given. But what are you going to do for your new year? Your new year is not based on America. Your new year is not based on what politics does or does not do. Your new year is based on you. The goals you set, the objectives you set, and the 3 action steps you're going to take, and the time frame that you're going to take them in. That's it. So do you have that for yourself? What does that look like? Hi, Stephanie. Crossley, how are you? Where are you? And how was your holiday? But those are the actions that I want you to take now, separate from everything else that's going on, for your life, for what you want to see showing up in your world. And there's a wonderful quote by Stephen Covey that I just love. And it says, begin with the end in mind. 3 months from now, where do you want to end up? In the 4 areas of your life, with your health, with your heart, with your finances, and with your faith. 4 areas. What do you want to feel like in those areas? How do you want life to feel for you in those areas? Then what are the 3 actions you're willing to commit to and follow through on for those results? Now, the key part right there, did you hear it? Called follow through. What are you willing to follow through on for yourself? Because no one can do it for you. No one can dream our dreams for us. No one can achieve our goals for us. No one can do any of that. We have to be willing to put in the energy, the effort, the actions, the research and development to know what it is that you want to see showing up in your life and how that can happen. That's your freedom. That's our power. And I get that for many, what it is America can lull you into this sense of being taken care of. Well, we're not being taken care of by America at all. We're the only ones that's going to take care of ourselves. And then as we join together in communities, we can take care of each other. But if you're waiting on the government to take care of you, that's a whole nother ballgame. That's why I call this your year. This is your new year. What do you want for you? 3 months from now, 3-month goals. 3 months. What they say, it takes 21 days to shift the behavior. What will you commit to do for 21 days? Will you walk and exercise for 21 days? Will you ride your bike? Will you read inspirational reading for 21 days? Will you get up in the morning and meditate for 21 days? Will you drink water 3 times a day or 4 times a day to reach whatever the numeric amount that you're supposed to get in every day? Will you do that? It's all up to you. So on the one hand, in life, you can feel like, shoot, I can't do anything I want to do. On the other hand, we have all these things that we can do, and we don't want to do them because we feel like they're too hard. So we can't put ourselves in a catch bag, a catch-22. No one's going to do it for us. No one. And if we haven't learned anything from 2020, every system in America is non-functioning. It is inadequate. It is outdated. So we get to create systems in our life that's going to generate for us the results that we want to see. So that's what I'm asking you. It's your year. Whatever happens on the political arena, it's going to happen. And I don't know, outside the stimulus checks, I'm not sure there's going to be a whole lot more that you need to give your attention to, taking away from creating your own life, your own goals, and your own dreams. So that's what I got for you today. It's your new year. You define it. You decide on it. You get to set the goals. Make your goals attainable. Don't start out the gate saying, oh, I'm going to walk every day for 30 minutes. If you haven't walked every day for 5 years or 1 year, say you're going to walk every other day for 30 minutes. Then map out where you're going to go. Now, I do this when I walk. This is like 15, 20 minutes. Then I'm done. I don't do any more talking when I'm walking. I'm listening. I'm being still. I'm reflecting. I'm praying. I'm dreaming my dreams for my goals and the end result of that, what I want it to look like. So I see women constantly talking, in the store talking, walking down the street on the phone talking. It's just loud and talking. Allow one of your goals for 2021 to be sitting in silence and a willingness to be still, a willingness to get still within yourself. So any sense of anxiety, frustration, worry, concern, not enoughness, distress can resolve itself and can be diluted in the stillness of your meditation, in the stillness of being quiet, in the stillness of walking and observing nature. Nature will empower you to recognize that You have greater powers within you than you may know. Now, part of what happens is we've gotten spoiled. So I don't know if we think somebody's supposed to do it for us. I don't know if we think it's supposed to be easy. I don't know what the holdup is when it comes to creating the lives that we want to create. And before you tell me, well, Jenenne, I don't have enough money. Creating your life doesn't have to do with money. It has to do with your thoughts. It has to do with your actions. Before we even get to the money part, we need to get clear on what you're thinking about, what you want to see showing up in your life. We need to get clear on how you feel about what it is you want to see showing up in your life. And for those things, that doesn't cost you money. That costs you making a commitment to yourself to get still, sometimes get with a piece of paper, write down what you say you want, dream it out what you say you want, and then the action steps you're going to take. It's just that simple. Oh, and let me not forget, then you got to take the doggone action. All that writing is cute, but if you don't take the action, what's it for? So, separate from all the political stuff, and yeah, there's a lot that's going to be on the agenda. We're waiting to see what's going to happen in Georgia. If the Democrats, win in Georgia, that gives the potential president-elect and vice president-elect some maneuvering power to make some changes. That's on a larger scale. I'm talking about in your every day-to-day life. That's something completely different. You wake up to you, you go to sleep to you. You think the thoughts that are going to create the things that you want to see showing up in your life. And nothing prevents you from thinking thoughts of wholeness, of fulfillment, of happiness, of healing, of peace of mind, of faith, of resolve, of love, of joy, of compassion, and of oneness. That's all there right there inside of you. So, you've got your marching orders, right? Sit down with those goals. Don't give yourself some goal that's too big. Simple. It's with the small steps, step by step by step. I think it's an African proverb that says, the way you eat the elephant is piece by piece by piece. And because our ego gets in the way and we so quickly want to do something and see results and tell somebody what we did, as opposed to recognizing, I'm bumping into a car, but recognizing that we're in the energy on the planet of growing, of developing. It's winter, everything goes in right now and dives in deep to plant those roots in the soil because we know spring is right around the corner. So that's what you want to be doing right now too. Set your overall goal, set your 3 objectives, set after those objectives the 2 steps that you're going to take, the 2 actions that you're going to take regarding that initial goal. Then set the time frame. This isn't something we're going to drag on forever and ever, ever, ever. In 4 weeks, you're going to do this. In 6 weeks, you're going to do that. Give yourself a time frame. Why? So you can measure your success. That's why. So you can measure it. The one thing that I had to learn about life is, as much as I want to have rah-rahs and people to support me, ultimately in the end, it's going to be you and the universe. I'm clear, it's me and the universe when it comes to manifesting what I want to see showing up in my life. It's the thoughts that I think, it's the words that I speak, it's what I believe that actually is going to bring the results. And it's the same thing for you. So, Happy New Year. I need to get them. My Money Mastery Now affirmation cards are ready. So I will have those to offer you. If you haven't signed up on my email list, go to JenenneMacklin.com. All those E's and N's, JENENNE, Macklin.com. Sign up so that when we're ready to release them, you will at least get the email letting you know that you can grab some free ones just to see what they say. And then if you want more, to begin to start shifting your consciousness around money with just simple affirmation cards, you'll be able to buy some. Go to that again, go to my website again and sign up. There's already a freebie there about healing your relationship with money. If you haven't gotten it, I believe it's still there. And then the next thing that'll be coming is several master classes. that where you'll register for those. Again, it's from being on my website, JenenneMacklin.com. So, have a great day. I haven't done this walk since Sunday. On Sunday, I went all the way up the hill. It's a 4.2 miles, but I haven't done anything on Monday, Tuesday, and I don't know what today is, so I'm doing it today. You do the same for yourself. You know, it's a rude awakening to realize that ultimately what you want to see in your life, the only person who's going to make it happen is you. You can stop looking at friends, or stop being mad at your friends, or looking at your parents or anything. It's you, because it's your life, and you get to be the orchestrator of it. So take good care. Hey, Kat, love you too. Take good care. Have a great day, everybody. Talk to you on Friday.